Hey guys, I got a question. So this is the 5 ton build. I've got some videos on it. The 5 ton crawler hauler, I think is what it was. It's no longer that. It had this body on it here. It had this body on it, and I like this body. I want to try to find something else to use it on, but it's not staying on this. When we made, or when my brother and my uncle designed and 3D printed this motor mount. And if you want to know about this setup, there's a video on there, on my channel, sorry, explaining why we did this. And if you can see there, I ground off all the heat sink to fit it on the Scx10 trans case. And also, you can see there that it is actually cut. It's real hard to see. There you go. The housing has actually been cut. This castle, it's one of the newer ones, censored, that my brother had on his Creighton, and it seized up properly. And so what we did is we took it apart, pulled all the magnets out of it, and even though it was dead anyways, we just didn't want that extra resistance if there was any. But anyways, you can go back and see the video on it. Kind of explains all that. And then we've got a video of Kyle, of my brother, testing this out. But we had a drive shaft issue where we were using a drive shaft that we had fabric cobbled together from Slash 4-wheel drive upgraded drive shafts from Traxxas, the steel ones. They are junk. They're not junk. I'm sure they're good for some people, but for our application, they just did not work at all. But we ended up breaking several of them and losing pins out of them, and so we had just messed with them and cut them up to where we could make a short shaft like that with them and have, the CVDs. But it fell apart again, and I didn't have any more pins, so I just kind of threw it out and found an axial one that I had, but this drive shaft can't take that extreme angle like the Traxxas one could. So I'm either going to do a different shaft or find a different shaft that can handle more of an angle, or I'm going to move this back just a little bit. I've got a little bit of room here, and I can actually cut this piece off because I don't need it anymore. I'm probably going to end up cutting this whole section off because I may not need it. It just depends. But what we're going to end up doing is a true 5-ton military cab. Eventually. I don't know when that's coming. My uncle's going to design it. He's big into model airplanes and model military vehicles and just all sorts of stuff. And so he's gonna design me up a 5-ton military truck cab and 3D print it. But like I said, that may not be for a while. I'm gonna try to get me a 3D printer here when taxes come and start learning how to draw things in AutoCAD so I can start using a 3D printer. And that way we have 2 3D printers in our family, and it'll be a whole lot easier to make bigger builds and bigger things. And plus, he's got his own 3D printer. I'm not going to take up all his time with it. So this is how it currently sits. I got to find some better shocks. These are some shocks off of a... I don't know what that's off of. I can't remember. Some of you may know what that shock is off of. I know it's hard to tell. It's kind of generic, but I forget what it's off of. It's off of a rig that I've got down here somewhere. XTM. It's off of an XTM 1/8 nitro buggy. I have 2 chassis, and one of them, they're both incomplete, but one of them had like half a rear end and no front end, and it had a couple shocks hanging off of it. So I stole the shocks, put some good fluid in them, and they work great. This thing was super heavy, so I went with a real stiff fluid, but they don't have a whole lot of travel. I mean, they sort of do. I mean, it's still got a good bit of travel there, but this isn't going to be like a trail. This is going to be like a trail truck maybe, because it sits so high. It's going to be so top heavy. It's going to be ridiculous. But so what I've got right now is Titan 775 motor, the Castle motor. That's junk, and my dualies. This is how I had them. They're axial beadlocks. They're kind of hard to see what they are because I've got them backwards. At least this front one here. But they use that SLW style hub that Axial came out with on the Wraith, the Poison Spider Wraith, the blue one. Well, I'm knocking stuff off over here. But anyway, so what I did is, because the BFG tires from Axial that came on those beadlock wheels are smaller than my 2.2 IROCs from RC 4-wheel drive, so I'd swapped my back two onto these two tires, or on these two wheels, sorry. And so I got to get 2 more tires, and I'm going to try to find another set of these wheels so I can put them on the front. And then I'm going to put my BFGs on the front ones like I did with this, so I have me a full set of BFGs again. And these, there's 2 of these wheels out of all 4 of these are weighted, and they were meant for the front, and I didn't know or realize at the time that I had them in the back. And so when I took these apart, to my surprise, they were weighted. And the way you can tell is the way this guy did them was, out of all 6 black screws, he changed out one of the black ones for a silver one. The only problem is one of the back ones had a silver one also, because he lost a screw. So I'm going to have to find me a screw or something to probably just paint it black with a Sharpie or something. So anyways, this is just a quick little update for you. Dualies on the rear is what I'm going to stay with. I do kind of want some input. What do you guys think about doing 6x6 like this, where I'll get 6 more tires instead of just 2, and then I'll get another full set of these Axial beadlocks, and then another Wraith axle, extend it out, and make just a giant freaking 6x6 that can haul an Scx10 or more. Because this thing could already fit an Scx10 on the back with the old back that I had on it. I think I've got that in one of the videos when this truck had the flatbed on it. But I really want to build a 6x6, and I really want to do it with the Wraith axles. And I think it would just be super fun, and just get it over with. Get the 6x6 thing out of my system. This thing will be like the center of the wheels will probably be where the hammer is. So this thing's going to take up like a good 3/4 of my workbench. So I just got a homemade workbench here that I built out of just some plywood. I did this so things wouldn't fall down from here down under this. And I just did this so things wouldn't fall off. And I can unscrew it, sweep the thing off, and be done with it. And I've still got all my storage up underneath, as well as up under there, my toolbox and all that. So there you go. Nothing else really for this truck. We're maybe 30% done with this thing at this point, with the ideas that we've got in mind. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, constructive criticism, or just some hate, it don't matter. Leave a comment, and give me a like if you feel free to, or dislike it if that's what you really want to do. It don't bother me none. I don't make any money off these videos, so do with it what you will. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. Give me your input on maybe the 6x6 dually thing. Hell, I might even put dualies in the front. I don't know. That's a pretty good servo I've got up under there. So, but if I have to, I can upgrade to a better servo. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos. More on this, my Summit, some other vehicles we got around, maybe some more that we got coming. I don't know yet. If you want to find out, better subscribe. Talk to you later, guys.